Hello guys. So as you saw probably on my Instagram story or my community post on YouTube, you guys said yes to a little room reveal slash tour. So currently right behind me is quite a lot of stuff. So that's going to take a while to go through. You can probably see in my eyes, you can see a little telly. So I will literally, I don't actually think people vote yes to see this, to be fair. So I'm still in a kind of bit of shock. So I'm going to go through most of my room. You can probably see some clothing here. Yeah, I'm going to go through most of my room, probably starting off with my desk, and then I'll move on to all the cool stuff behind me. We've still got cool stuff at the desk, 100%. So yeah, I will see you in about the next little slide bit. Right, so let's start off with our little tour around my little room, which Mum calls my little lair. So I'm going to quickly flip the camera around, and we're going to start this bit, which is like my desk, where you can see Planet Coaster. I'm not good at it. And then we'll move over to some of my shirts. Then we'll move over to here, which you probably saw in a little bit I just shown you. This bit, don't really need to worry about that much, because it's just like, anything. And then we'll move on to the big interesting stuff a bit later. So I'm going to quickly just stop this so I can flip the camera around, and we start off right here. So we're going to start off with the Saw poster I got on my birthday, which is a nice little fact. This is from the VIP Saw tour, where you go into Saw, go for a VIP. I didn't record it because I was very tired on my birthday, and I'm well, not this year or last year. It was 3 years ago, roughly. So if any of you are wondering why he's saying my birthday, I know I was at Alton Towers, okay? This is an exclusive poster, so I don't know if I should be showing you this, but I've seen a lot of people show it before, and I find it really, really interesting. Sorry, it's just I'm still very awkward about, showing my little area off. Anyway, so I like it quite a lot. It shows how scary it was. It's definitely this poor bloke's face here. I don't know, I don't know if anyone knows it, but that was practically my reaction on my first ride of it. So yeah, so it's a nice little memorabilia to have in my room, especially since it kind of reminds me of my first time going on Saw. Right, so we move on to here. I'm going to open the door in a minute, which is currently now. And I won't go through this bit too long because it's not really irrelevant to theme park stuff. But I collect a bunch of little cars. I'm a weird cars kid. I don't like engines and that, like mechanical type of stuff, but I do like the way they look. And then, if a lot of you don't know, I used to do stop motion on World War II, so that's a little memory. I don't know if I should continue or not, but got a little memorabilia part there. So yeah, it gives me a little bit of when I first kind of started off YouTube vibes. So we've kind of moved off into a well-known theme, so we're going to know this for a while now. So we've got my monitor with my gaming stuff, of course, and a little pig. I don't know what I should call him, but he's got glasses on. And we've got when I skipped school to go to Hyperia. You can see my reflection. And we've got the, I think we've got 3 out of 4 of them. We haven't got the Club 236. But next to it is a little photo of me. That's a little bit adorable. And then a map to celebrate the year Hyperia came out in 2024. Now we move into Hyperia Golden Day, which quite a lot of you know because I had won. I'm just gonna cover that just in case I cause a problem. I won 2 free tickets, so that was really nice. And also a lot of people remember how Hyperia broke down on Golden Day, so that's a nice little fact that stays with me. I don't actually. Yes, sorry, I remember this. This is fast track, because when they broke down, everyone came around and gave everyone a free fast pass for any ride except from Hyperia. So that's quite nice, because I have never really been given one of them before, and I was very, very surprised about that. Right, so we're going to start off now after finishing this wonderful corner here. We're going to start off with the Hyperia Golden Hoodie. A lot of you guys know there's only 100 in the world, which we were very lucky to grab onto one. It's got the sleeve with opening day on it, and we've got some other shirts, so I'm just going to quickly stop this so I could just dig them out through there. And I'm still very shocked we were able to get a hoodie, especially since there was only 100 and we spent forever in the queue. So yeah, let me go find the next theme park shirt in the little, what should we class this as, wardrobe. Now we have spotted the stealth hoodie I bought because, like you saw earlier, I'm a Cars fan, and this reminded me a lot like a car. And the best thing about it is it doesn't kind of just show off the ride, saying, oh, look, I'm a theme park ride. It kind of shows off like a normal hoodie that you'd wear like a car, which I find quite cool and interesting, actually, because you could go around the park, you could go around anywhere really, and people won't think it's just a theme park shirt, which I find really, really cool. And I love how it's got the little facts around it, and it makes me feel like every time I wear it, I feel like I'm in America watching some racing. Now we move on to a Hyperia shirt, which we also got on opening day, and my favourite thing about it is how they've made Hyperia on the bottom, and that makes it makes it look a lot more cooler, personally, rather than just a little badge. I don't know if anything's at the back. No, there isn't, but it makes me feel like I've kind of just got the ride stuck in my pocket, really. Yeah, no, it sounds a bit weird to say that, but it kind of feels like I've just got the Hyperia in my pocket, and it just makes it feel so cool wearing it, especially in Fearless Valley. Now we move on to our first Alton Towers memorabilia, which I'm going to talk about. This has got a very funny memory, not because it's just the smiler and you saw my reaction looking like I was completely pale like a ghost, but the one time I did wear this, I forgot to take the tag out and I walked about in it all day at Thorpe Park. I do really like how it colour matches, and especially not with a lot of yellow, because, you know, wasps and bees aren't my thing, especially due to Colossus stabbing me. That wasn't nice. I didn't like that. But I do really love the design for it, and I do hope wearing it soon again when we go to our next theme park. Now moving on to our next Alton Towers memorabilia shirt, we've got Wicker Man. And Wicker Man is this is a good shirt, especially how it goes onto the black and mixes in very well, as I could hopefully think you could see. But sadly, I completely forgot where I put it last year, so I was never able to wear it because I'm now too big to wear it. So it's kind of just going to be here until maybe Grace wears it one day. But hopefully we can wear it, or we could just leave it here chilling. Now moving on to our last shirt out of the mini wardrobe. I'm just classing this as the little wardrobe. And this is our first Chessington World of Adventures memorabilia. And it is a very, very memory one. I remember personally buying it with my own money and wearing it to opening day. It's basically been a massive memory to me because it's basically when I've kind of really first started theme parks as well, and it's going to go down in a memory book for me because World of Jumanji, and it's Chessington's first ever inverted roller coaster. So we've finished maybe about a quarter of the room, if you would like to class it, and we're about to move on to these little glass bits. And if anyone was really wondering what this is just lots of Lego, some shirts, some football shirts from the team I support, and just Lego and cars and that lot. So it's not really theme park wise, so I won't show you that. But we are about to move on to these, which the middle one I won't go through a lot. It's just the Simpsons DVDs, which I decided to randomly buy one day. And I'm going to show, switch the camera around like normal and show you. So we're going to start off to our little second part of Chessington World of Adventures resins. This is our first resins, but memorabilia. So most of these were collected through when I kind of got more used to finding out what resins were, which are models of roller coasters, like you could see clearly here. But my first lot were actually some Thorpe Park ones, which I never actually thought I'd, start collecting these. So I'm going to quickly go through one on each of one. Not quickly, but I will go through them. We've got 2 Croc drops, which one of them I got for my birthday and one I bought with my own money. We've also got a broken part of the PS5, don't worry about that. That just snapped off. We've got some stickers celebrating 35 years of Chessington. Not Chessington. The Gruffalo, sorry, I'm pretty sure. Because Chessington is very old. Then we've gone to the Vampire resin, which is very cool. We've got big and tiny Mandrill Mayhem resins, which are my favourite out of Chessington World of Adventures. And then we've got a little coin collector, or piggy bank if some of you would like to call it, Dragon's Fury, which I find really cool because the little dragon I don't normally see, so having this in my room is very nice. Then we'll move on to the Dragon's Fury resin, which is a really good one. It's my first Chessington one I purchased, and it's one of mine, if not my favourite, just after Mandrill Mayhem, because Mandrill Mayhem is amazing. And we've also got a pop badge, which I won't go into the pop badges because I've got too many. But yeah, that's the first little box of Chessington. Moving on to our next little station, just past the Simpsons, we have got another Chessington World of Adventures and a part of Legoland. So this is a very small lot of Legoland I own, except from the actual Lego sets, which I don't really class as the theme park memorabilia. But we have got 2 Christmas Winter's Tales teddies. We've got a vampire hat, which is, I wore it a lot, you can see in a lot of my videos. We've got a refill drink of Mandrill Mayhem. We've got a World of Jumanji pen. We've got a Bulbul from the vampire. We've got a nice little, I'm going to see if I can spin it. You can see it spins, 1 minute. I'm going to put the thing on my finger and see if I can spin it. Can I spin it? Yeah, spinny vampire. We've got 2 little, what do we call these? Pins. Jolly Rocket and the Dragon. And we've got nice little patch, which I got when I was very young. I don't know if it's Legoland themed, because I got it before I first ever went to Legoland from a very nice stranger. But if anyone knows, please tell me below. So that is our last really part of Chessington World of Adventures. Chessington World of Adventures memorabilia, unless we've got some in the bottom drawer of these, the black cabinet, but I'm not too sure, so we're gonna have to find out along the way, shall we? So I will see you in the very last box. Right, so we've gotten into even more Thorpe Park memorabilia, which I'm kind of just contemplating about now. I have a lot of it. So I think that's a picture of our first ever time on Hyperia, which I definitely do think it is. We have the crows from the Walking Meadows, I'm pretty sure, when I first ever went to Fright Nights. I did not record a video, but I'm very sorry about that. But this year I'm definitely recording a video of Fright Nights, so I could promise you that. We've then got our Platinum Pass with the Hyperia print on. Sorry, it's a bit dark down here, so you won't be able to see it that well. We've got a Saw Cup. We were very naughty. I'm very sorry, Thorpe Park. Don't ban us. But we took 3D glasses, which I'm very sorry. Please don't ban us once again, please. We've got the more stuff we got from the VIP Saw, which has Charlie. That's my full name, so I'm not going to try my best not to cover it up. But that's really cool. We have a Thorpe Park pen, which is before Hyperia. And we found some more pop badges of Thorpe Park. So that's a Stealth. We've got Colossus and the Swarm. We've got a Stealth trophy, which Mum bought me. I don't remember when she got me it, but it was like a massive surprise for when I first went on Stealth. We've got a Hyperia, what is it, phone pop. Kind of like a thing you put at the back of your phone, which I haven't put on yet. And then we've got the Hyperia hat. You might remember on the opening day me wearing it, and it's just like the Stealth one. I like how it doesn't really say, "Oh look, this is Hyperia." It doesn't have like the massive Hyperia thing. It has a nice little black on black, which looks really, really cool. And just to end it off, we have the Manelian Falcon. Oh, I've said that correctly. And this is like one of my biggest Lego sets I bought. Not what I bought, it was a gift from Mum from during lockdown. It's the biggest one I've built in a long time. And it's definitely going in the memory books because I am a bit of a Star Wars fan myself. So it's going to stay up there for until I run out of room. Now we're going to get on to the interesting parts. We've got all this to go through, and of course I'm going to flip the phone round, but we've got a bit too much of Nemesis stuff. Nemesis Reborn. I'm kind of just thinking about it again, like the Hyperia stuff. We've got a bit too much of Nemesis Reborn. Yeah, so I'm going to start off with the little box, the little bits down there, and then we'll move on to the resins that I have. So I will see you in a second. So we're going to start off with the top. I know I said I wouldn't go to the resins yet, but this resin has not been put into my room yet. You might know from my Alton Towers video, which you could kind of see the Nemesis Reborn bag, my reaction, my face, hello. You might have seen from the Alton Towers video that I did not acquire some of the resins I wanted, especially the Nemesis Reborn, which was really annoying, and we were very gutted to not be able to get them. So sadly, we had to buy them off of resellers on eBay, which isn't really ideal. We weren't proud of it, but we didn't get them for a ridiculous price than what Alton Towers was selling. Now moving on to our first little box, we've got the Alton Towers roller coaster restaurant lids. We've also got a nice little yellow gem which goes with the Smiler bag and the Smiler teddy. We've got a roller coaster restaurant teddy. We've got Galactica, a nice little Galactica keyring. I don't know what this actually is. Oh, it's both my birthday things because I went during my birthday. We've got the we've got the numbers from Roller Coaster Restaurant, and the Oblivion has got Mum's reaction to Oblivion, which is quite funny. And that's the first little cube. Our next and last little box is full of more Alton Towers memorabilia. We've got some pop badges, which are literally most of them are the same, so we don't need to worry about them too much. We've got a nice little Nemesis Reborn cup with our first reaction on Nemesis there. We've got another another Wicker Man cup holder, just like the Nemesis one, except from Wicker Man themed. We've got Alton Towers Golf. We've got more of the roller coaster restaurant stuff, and we've got some key rings and lanyards, and a little compass from the Alton Towers Hotel. And then we've got this massive pen, which is quite nice actually. My mum bought that for a little birthday gift. I'm going to quickly stop recording, lay all them pop badges out. Sorry, I'm forgetting all my words. I'm going to lay the pop badges out, and then if you're really interested, I'll show you for a couple of seconds. So these are the pop badges out of the little tower. We've got a Wicker Man. We've got a Galactica. We've got I celebrated my birthday at Alton Towers. I know the pop badge colours aren't matching. It's gotten me very annoying as well. Got an Alton Towers pop badge. We've got a 15 years Alton Towers Scarefest, which we haven't actually done yet. We've got 2 10 years celebrations of CBeebies Land. We were there this year. Got another Alton Towers pop badge. And I have conquered the Mushroom Trail, which we haven't done yet, pop badge. And we've got a Nemesis Subterra. We haven't done that as well yet. Maybe next year we'll try and do it. We've got Alton Towers Madrigrass, which we haven't done yet. We've got the Curse at Alton Manor, which is a very funny ride to go on with Mum. We've got an Alton Towers Extraordinary Golf, winner 2022. We didn't actually go in 2022. We've got the Phalanx. We've got Nemesis Reborn, which is quite cool because you can see the little, I don't know what you call a monster, but you can see the monster in the background. We've got another Phalanx. And we've got the Smiler, sorry, I can't read it that well. The Smiler Frill Takeover at Alton Towers, which is my favourite looking one. So, let's move on to the wall. So, we have the Nemesis Reborn bag, which also goes up with the map. And the poster of Nemesis Reborn, which is actually one of my favourite posters and probably one of the only one I actually have, I think. And they go for a ridiculous price, which sadly we had to buy from another reseller. But I'm kind of happy we did get it because it's amazing. I really love the design and the way it's done. Then we'll move on to a Hyperia. I don't know why we've got this in a frame, but a Hyperia ride access pass. I think it's because when Hyperia finally did become a you write it on with oh my gosh, we've gone on Hyperia a lot that day, but we that's I don't know why I've got it there. We're gonna find another picture to replace it soon. Now another amazing thing, I don't know if you could see it, but it's 3D Nemesis Reborn, which is amazing. I think it's roughly £6 for normal guests. I've just found out that's wonky. It's normally £6 for guests, but with the 20% off Merlin discount, you could get it for £4.80, which is very good for its price. I actually really like. I'm getting distracted. I'm sorry, but it's really it's really good. Now, a lot of you probably know I'm not allowed to watch Saw movies yet, but it's reminded me of the Saw theming. Mum went to watch it when she was younger, and she has got some actual parts of the movie what they recorded it on. Now we're on to some other stuff we bought, which we found really interesting. It's some art of Derek Brown's Ghost Train, I think, or just the Ghost Train, which it looks really cool. Either way, if it is fake or not, which we don't really know, but we found it really cool. But I do find it really, really, really cool, and it's quite interesting to have to our collection. Now we are on to my favourite part of this video, the resins / models, whatever you'd like to call them. These have been collecting from the first ever time I actually went to Thorpe Park, which this is the Alton Towers. Yeah, Thorpe Park's down there, don't worry guys, don't worry. So we're going to start off at the back. We've got one mega resin of the, I'm going to turn the light off so it's a bit easier to see, that's just white. We've got, actually I'll put the light onto the thing. We've got a mega resin, we've got Hex, which we haven't done yet. We've got the 2024 Arita, we've got the 2018 13, we've got the Oblivion, I won't know all these years by the way. We've got Wicker Man 2024. We've got not Nemesis, sorry. We've got Alton Towers Mega Resin again. We've got the Smiler. We've got Galactica. We've got Air, which used to be Galactica. We've got Galactica 2024. We've got a very old Nemesis one. We've got a 13 2024. Oblivion 2024. The Smiler 2024, which we had to sadly buy from another reseller because they weren't there when we went. We've got Wicker Man, which has got two sides. Let me just quickly switch them around. Oh, which is really cool. You've got the Alton Towers Castle, which sadly cracked, but you can't really see it. So, you can probably see it on camera now, but currently I can't see it. We've got 13. We've got Nemesis Reborn, the cart this time, rather than the actual monster. I find these really cool. These are actually some of my favourite resins that I actually have out of all of them. The Mega resins are definitely by far my favourites. I love how they're all together. And yeah, let's move on to the Thorpe Park resins. So, onto the Thorpe Park resins. These were basically my first ever ones I purchased. I don't actually remember which one was my first ever. It was Nemesis Inferno back there. Of course I know it. Silly me, silly me. We're going to start off from the back like we did for Alton Towers. We've got a snow globe. It's a bit different, but it's got all the rides around it, which are really cool. You've got the Swarm 2024. That's also 2024. We've got Saw 2024. We've got another Swarm, which is one of my favourites, apart from the 2024. We've got Tidal Wave 2024. Colossus 2024. And Nemesis Inferno 2024. If we move forward, we've got two Nemesises, which one of them I got for my birthday. We've got Stealth, which is one of my favourite resins out of all my collection. We've got Saw, which is an amazing resin. You've got another Swarm, which is very cool. It's my first resin I got after conquering a ride for my second visit, I'm pretty sure, of Thorpe Park. I've got Tidal Wave, which is my favourite. Well, not my favourite out of all of them, but one of my favourites of the Tidal Waves. Colossus, which was amazing, but sadly, when we bought it, it came chipped. We've got Derek Brown, the Ghost Train, which is really old, really old, so I don't care that much about the condition. We've got Colossus, which is very cool. Tidal Wave, which is very cool. Another Swarm, which is very cool. Saw. We've got another little Saw. I think it's the puppet, sorry. Yeah, the puppet. Very cool. Got Storm Surge. I've never actually seen the Storm Surge one, so it's kind of actually really interesting to me. So, we're going to move on to our bottom one, which isn't resins that you could probably see currently, but some other different stuff. We're going to start off with the last bit of the cabinet, which is all of this. Very cool. So I'm going to start off this way and make my way this way. So we've got the Phalanx beer, which we didn't know was actually there when we went in July. We thought it was all gone because there is only a 2,000 limit of the beers, which was really awkward because we walked out of Nemesis Reborn and one was on the floor, which we were very happy to spot. We didn't drink it because it was already empty, but we were very happy because they're quite interesting to own. They're very cool, interesting to own. Sorry. Then we're going to move on to the Hyperia beer, which we actually went after school after maths. So we went to Thorpe Park after my extra maths for an hour, and we bought 4 of the beers, which are quite small numbers actually. It was only up to about 195 to 213, which very small numbers. We're quite happy about that. These ones are in the very early 1000 zone. And then we've got a nice little crystal. Let me try and put this light onto it because it's in our way. Yes, the crystal was very interesting. We spotted it on eBay, which we bought, and sadly the seller wraps the whole thing up. Let me show you the whole thing up with the tape. So the box is now ruined, but luckily the crystal wasn't ruined. I'm going to try and just move this out the way, sorry. There we go, turned it off. Then we've got the Nemesis Reborn cup, drink and food holder. We didn't put any food in it because I didn't like any of the food. and it's very interesting and cool to own because I've never seen something like that before, which is really cool. We've then got we've moved up to London now. We've got the London Dungeons right here. I've got Shrek's Great Adventure when I went to see my doctor up in London for my shoulder. And then we've got the confetti from Hyperia. Very rare, £1,000. No, I'm joking. But we decided to pick it up to be a bit funny. It's kind of, it hasn't backfired at all. It's quite funny to own. So when my grandparents or my mum goes like, oh, how's the confetti going? I'm going, perfect. They're in a different shape today. We've then got some Nemesis socks, which Alton Towers gave me after we sent the castle back to see if they could do anything about it, which they couldn't, which their guest servicing is really good. They gave us some of the pop badges and the Nemesis socks. I've got to get another light out. We've then got some I don't know if you can see it well. Yeah, we've got the old Fort Park glass paperweight, which is very, very cool to own. I got it for my birthday from my grandparents. It hasn't got Hyperia, so it's quite interesting to see how everything looks like. It doesn't pop up well on the camera, but it's very nice to look at in real life. Well, then moving on to I'm pretty sure a sticker for your car of the Smiler before it opened up in 2012. Very, very amazing to have. We've then got I Survived Colossus at Fort Park. That was 2004, I'm pretty sure. And when we found it, we were like, we must have it. It's very, very rare and old. We've then got, let me pull this out because I forgot what this is. This is the Springfest band of Legoland Winter Resort. So it's not just that wasn't the little pins weren't the last thing. So that's nice to know. That's very nice. So I'm going to move that out of the way now. We've then got the Fort Park Park Rangers, which there are only a limited amount of in the world, which is very cool to have because my mum went to Fort Park when she was younger and it's given her a lot of memories when I bought this. We've then got a Nemesis bolt. This is my favourite thing out of all the collection. Everything I have, my favourite thing I've ever gotten. It was a massive birthday surprise. I got home and this arrived. I opened it and I almost started crying. It's one of the best things I've ever been given. And it's really, really cool. We've then got some Nemesis Reborn headphones, which came with the poster and the bag. Then we've got this Wicker Man wood, which it's stuck. Oh, thank goodness that didn't do anything. Which we also got. If we put our hand on it, I don't know if my hands are warm enough though. Oh no, yeah, it pops up with what number it is. There's a limited amount of 250, which is about, let me turn the light off again, which is about, this is number 3 out of 250, which is really, really cool. So that's the last little section, and yeah, I think that's the last part of our actual tour of my room. I'm going to quickly double check everything to see if I didn't forget anything. But if so, I will see you in a minute. So that was our last little bit of the tour of my room, / showing you my merchandise. I do hope you really enjoyed me showing you about, and if there's anything you have, which I do have, let me know below, because that would be quite interesting. It's still amazing that you guys actually wanted to see this. Sorry. And it's really, really cool to actually have it. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by this. I'm going to turn the monitor off. Yeah, so hopefully this isn't the first and last time you see me in my room. If anything else happens when I'm out in a park or anything and I forgot, I will hopefully come back here and tell you. It's been quite fun to go through this with you guys actually, because it's showed me stuff I completely kind of forgotten about, like the Wicker Man shirt. I do hope you did enjoy coming with me, well, not coming with me, but coming round my little very tiny room, because I filled it up. And I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.